A and aloha. Welcome to the Spirit of Sports, brought to you by pods.com, coming soon. And YouTube channel at NotPods. As usual, this is Uncle Richie coming live every single day, working on my craft, trying to make a better life for myself, my family, my friends. Free for now, 51 cents coming up. I'm giving myself a year. I want 10,000 of you minimum by next August, maybe 100,000. That's the deal. High noon from the middle of the Pacific Ocean. It is high noon Hawaiian time. I will not tell you exactly where. If you know, you know. That's the drill. Go through it every time. This is my sign on. This is Uncle Richie. We're talking sports. We're talking life. thespiritofsports.com. Mellow day. It's 2 weeks. 2 weeks till kickoff weekend. This is Saturday, August 26, 2023. All NFL all the time right now. I guess one minor bit of news. Giannis declaring that he won't sign his extension. Probably either way, and especially if he doesn't feel like everybody's on the same page to win more championships. So kind of a change of direction where he used to say he wanted to be a Buck his whole career. Now it's more of, if they don't give me the help, I'm out of here. Maybe he's seeing the writing on the wall, small market team. Brought him a championship. Probably not the deepest pockets. So there's my first NBA. Nothing on Harden. Got to find the whole liar thing. He's a liar too, bro. Talk about the kettle calling the pot black. James Harden lied to Houston, lied to the Nets. Now he's lying to Philly. Probably even lied to OKC. Forces his way out. Guys like that. You have the audacity to call Daryl Morey a liar. Yeah. That guy is full of shit. I saw, this is going to be great, starting Monday in a couple days is NFL prediction week. I believe for Good Morning Football, but for sure, first things first. So you know that this is going to be fodder. I'm going to have pages and pages of Nick Wright. Some in some circles known as Nick Wrong, and Broussard. Love Broussard, but I'm going to call him out. Those are my two guys, and I think Cynthia Freeland are the three that I'm going to watch on my Not Pod's original show. That's What He Said, coming all football season. Very excited for that one. Every week leading up to the games, I'm going to take predictions from the big prognosticators, the professionals that are getting paid or on TV that can spew shit out their ass and there's never ramifications. Uncle Richie's keeping track. We're going to go over probably on Tuesdays. Tuesday or Wednesday will be, no, Tuesday, because Wednesday's going to be the Rick and Raz show. You love Rick, ULR, I don't know. Whining Wednesday, winning Wednesday with the two uncles, whatever it is, but I want to get Raz on every Wednesday so we have good chemistry. Some stories and talk some sports. But that's going to be real good. I think one of my favorite segments is going to be, or shows, will be That's What He Said. Every Tuesday. And the end of the year. And I'm going to hold myself accountable too. I love the herd on Mondays. Where Colin was right, where Colin was wrong. Uncle Richie will be held accountable by Uncle Richie. Uncle Richie likes Elaine. Uncle Richie loves basketball. Seinfeld reference, in case you didn't know. We're rambling on. 5 minutes in. Don't have a whole lot to talk about today. Could talk preseason, but don't really like to. I think can take some things from it. Steelers looking really good. Kenny Pickett, 5 drives, 5 touchdowns. Perfect passer rating, even though he's 14 for 16. I've never understood that. 158.3. Somebody has to explain. If you can explain that to me, how the passer rating works, it's kind of rocket science. They say a lot of things. It's not rocket science. It kind of is. 158.3. QBR is just up to 100. That's fairly newer. So yeah, Pittsburgh, I don't know. We could go through every team and just see how they're looking compared to what I thought. Preseason. Bills, a mess. Scared of the O-line. Jets, kind of nervous about the O-line. We'll see. Aaron should be playing right now, actually. Let's turn that on. See if that's on. Dolphins, looking decent. We know what we got with them. Patriots, don't know. You know what? This is so crap. I'm in Hawaii, and almost every fucking game on NFL Network is fucking blacked out. Jets, Giants, blacked out. Like I'm supposed to go to the game. Makes no sense, dude. This is crap. Kind of pissed. Glad there's not a whole lot of games on NFL Network. So can't watch that. Patriots could be a mess again. Just preseason wrap up. Bengals, Burrow. See what happens. Ravens, set to go, set to roll. I talked my first fantasy draft at the bar. $300 draft. I got Lamar and Zay Flowers. So Steelers looking great. Browns, never know. I don't think Deshaun has played. Great line. Jags, just standard. Titans, questionable. Texans, Stroud, questionable. Colts, AR5 looking pretty good. Anthony Richardson. See what happens with Taylor. Chiefs, score every time they get the ball, as usual. Chargers, we'll see. Broncos, didn't play Russ as much as we thought they might, so Peyton, I think, maybe sees what he needs to see. Raiders, terrible. Oh, good in preseason, of course. Going to be terrible. Eagles, Super Bowl at Brest. Cowboys, can't play Dak in the preseason. God forbid if he throws an interception. Giants looking real good. Daniel Jones. Greg Jennings has him top 8 quarterback. Might not be a joke. Commanders, loving Howell. Loving the running game. I don't know. Some of my stuff might change. I'm going to do my final prediction show for myself. Will be probably the Tuesday before. Right now, just recapping what the teams are looking like in preseason. Lions, good to go. Vikings, pretty good to go. Got Madison. Bears, Fields, still question mark. Packers, Love looking good to go. There's going to be some surprises this year. Saints, Love and Carr. Falcons. Didn't play anybody, got pounded, but that's okay. Panthers, telling you Bryce Young looks frail. Guy's going to get ragdolled. I'm nervous. The Bucs are going to be bad. Maybe Baker pulls a miracle out of his ass. Niners, solid. Rams, no idea. They never play anybody. I'm one of the few guys on the Rams. I'm at 9-8. Seahawks, up to Geno. Looking decent. Cards are going to be terrible. So preseason wrapping up, and that's just a little bit of roundup. What I've seen. I'm still not a huge follower and a huge believer. I read the notes. I see what's going on. So really, really excited for predictions week next week. I already got Nick Wright on Chiefs going 20-0. Having Caleb Williams as your third tier NFL quarterback. Really, just look at me, how cool I am. I have my NFL tiers, and I put a college guy in there. Daniel Jones is terrible, pretty much, and Purdy will not be special. Dallas to win the NFC East and maybe go to the Super Bowl. Dalvin Cook and Breece Hall, not elite, maybe even just average. These are all Nick Wrong takes. Aaron Rodgers will talk the Jets into promoting Nathaniel Hackett to head coach when Saleh's fired when they struggle this year. Dissing on the Bills and Josh Allen every moment he gets. Russell Wilson's cooked, done. Broncos will be bad. The Dolphins are better than the Jets and the Pats. And Baker Mayfield keeps his job the whole season unless they're 2-14. It's crazy. It's crazy, man. So I will have a book full of Nick Wright isms. It's gonna be my favorite. I think my second favorite. Second favorite show. So you can join me every Tuesday. I'm gonna start. You know what? This is good. I can start having a little bit of a schedule. Let's do this. Man. Schedule. Monday, Spirit of Sports. NFL recap. Tuesday. That's what he said. Wednesday with Uncle Raz. Talk story. Thursday. My picks. Without spread. So on Tuesdays, that's what he said, we'll do my picks. 3-4 others. I want to go for sure Nick Wright, Broussard, Cynthia Freeland, and call in Blazing 5. I think those will be the 4 that I pick out this year. So you can join me on Tuesdays for That's What He Said. We'll go over my picks. Nick Wright, Broussard, Cynthia Freeland, and Collins, Blazing 5. Wednesdays will be Talk Story with Uncle Raz. Thursdays will be my picks, with and without spreads, NFL. And some fantasy football predictions. Friday will be short shows at golf and work. Saturday, Sunday will be Red Zone Live. Me and Scott Hansen. Saturday, ramp it up. Injury report. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Friday will be miscellaneous. Okay. I got to get the website going. Mondays, so I have, these will be high noon every day. Putting together could be a little more consistent. Mondays, the Spirit of Sports NFL recap will go over every game, every situation. Ooh, Friday under the hood. What day is under the hood? Let's do Friday. Or do I do Friday or Monday? So it's looking like schedule starting on Monday the 11th. You can join me Mondays for the Spirit of Sports NFL recap and maybe under the hood. I'm going to dive deep into the shitty instant replay calls and how they line up with money in Vegas. I think it's going to be fascinating. These are things that put me on the map. I think under the hood, and that's what he said, are going to be big for my promotion. So Monday, Spirit of Sports, NFL recap, under the hood. Yeah, you can't wait till Friday. Tuesday, that's what he said. My picks, we're going to see how I did. I'm going to keep my percentages every week. And we are going to keep my percentages. I'm going to do Nick Wright, Broussard, Cynthia Freeland, and Collins Blazing 5. And we're going to just hold all ourselves responsible. Uncle Richie, that's my job. Make sure these fuckers aren't just spewing shit up our ass. Don't piss on me and call it rain. People might listen. People might be putting money on what you say. So when you're wrong, should be some ramifications. Hey, I got a joiner. However we are, maybe give me a chat. I'm just talking about I'm going to have a schedule starting Monday the 11th for NFL season. Mondays, you can join me on the Spirit of Sports. We'll do NFL recap. I'm also going to delve into the Vegas numbers under the hood. Be looking at the calls, the fucked up calls on instant replay and how they correlate to Vegas, the money on the games. On Tuesdays, join me for That's What He Said. I'll do my picks every Thursday, and we will go over how I did on my picks, hold me accountable, as well as I'm going to look at Nick Wright, Cynthia Freeland, Chris Broussard, and Colin Cowherd. Those are the 4 I'm going to follow this year. They're top-end pros, pundits, professionals. We're going to see how they do. I'm going to keep track. We're going numbers or percentages here. Because you can't just spew smoke up my ass and not have any ramifications. So that'll be Tuesdays. On Wednesdays, join me with Uncle Raz Talk Story every Wednesday. Oh, goodbye, people. I had 2 people on. It's okay. This is my practice. Thursdays will be my picks, with and without the spread, NFL picks, and my fantasy football predictions. Fridays, miscellaneous, short show. I got golf and work on Fridays. So that'll be short. Saturday, we're going to ramp it up. Get ready for Sunday. Injury reports. Latest breaking news. Saturdays should be a big one. Maybe I can maybe revamp my picks too. And Sunday, I'm going to go Red Zone Live from noon to, who knows, 1 to me and Scott Hansen. If you're driving, I'll call play-by-play. So that's Monday through Friday. And I get just 3 more subscribers and I can be on the phone. I will be live a lot more when I can just hit record on the phone. Very exciting times. That's why I decided to start this during the NFL. It's the number one draw. It's the number one talked about league. Gambling makes it huge. Sure, that I quit fantasy basketball and fantasy baseball years ago. But the NFL drives the economy of sports. It's going to be an amazing season. I got somebody back on. Anybody want to chat? Thanks for listening. This is Uncle Richie. This is High Noon, the spirit of sports, brought to you by notpods.com, coming soon. And YouTube channel at notpods. Thanks for listening. I know not a whole lot of you, but as I say, this is practicing my craft. I will be here every single day. I'm giving myself a year. Get on the map. Get 10,000 of you to pay me 51 cents a month. You got this year free. I think I'm going to go free all football season. I'm a little nervous for April, May, June. Oh, May, June is cool. Playoffs, hockey. I'm a little nervous for March and April. July makes me a little nervous, but we'll get to know Uncle Richie a little more. What else we got going? Any big news? I love NFL app. I am doing this all on my own. So, preseason, Willis. Oh, yes. Oh, kind of big news. Trey Lance traded to the Cowboys for a 4th round pick. Who was in love with Trey Lance? Was it management in San Fran? Or was it Shanahan? Because I'm getting mixed reviews, and I'm sure that Shanahan now would say, no, it wasn't me, but then people say that he's the one that said, we have to go get him. Some say he wanted Mac Jones where they were. Some said that I'd like to get find the real inside scoop on that. Was Shanahan in love with Trey Lance? Had only played about, 15 games and sat out 2 whole seasons? Or was it president, ownership, GM said, we really want this guy? And if it's Shanahan, I don't know, for a genius, that guy's kind of questionable. Kicked Jimmy G out a couple times. Guy that brought him to 2 NFC championships and a Super Bowl. Last year, in this very day, right around this very exact time, they named Trey Lance their starter. Looked terrible in a monsoon. Week 1, got hurt in week 2. Now he's 3rd string and run out of town for a 4th round pick. What'd they give up? 3 firsts? 3 firsts and a second to move up 10 spots to grab him just 3 years ago. Now he's on the trash heap for a 4th round pick. And we'll see what Brock Purdy does. If Brock Purdy is solid, you got lucky that the very last pick in the draft, Mr. Irrelevant, it's going to be your starting quarterback for the next 10 years. If that's the case. If that's the case, it takes the sting away from Trey Lance. But either way, that's basically you traded 3 firsts and a second for a 4th round pick 3 years later. And a guy that threw, 300 passes. Not even that, maybe 100. So going to the boys, is he backing Dak up? Cooper Rush? Is Mike McCarthy the kind of guy to mold a quarterback? I don't know about that. Got cuts coming. We'll talk about that later. 25 minutes in. I think I'm going to call it a day, people. Got to work tonight. Please help me not to have to work. Please just follow. And even if you don't listen, just keep an eye on what's happening with Not Pods. This is my career. I am going to make this work. I have no doubts. I have confidence in myself. I have confidence in this process. I'm the Philadelphia 76ers. But maybe I'll win. Trust the process. I will be every single day shooting for high noon Hawaiian time every day. That is 3 Pacific, 4 in the mountains, 5 Central, and 6 Eastern. Good time slots. If you're in the car, I blanked the screen out. As you notice, it's not an issue with the camera because this is not a podcast. This is live internet radio. Live sports talk radio with Uncle Richie. Everybody does podcasts. It's kind of cliche. That's why I am not pods. You can catch up on my streaming shows now as I get popular, and when I get big, I really think I'm going to not have any streaming. So you can either listen or you missed it, or somebody else might be recording. But for now, it's free. For now, you can go back and listen to any of my shows. I have four or five original shows. Emelani the Great. I got to shore that up. It's my 6-year-old. She's all over the place, but I love her. I'm trying to make a better life for her. So I got the Grom Squad, where I interview her and her friends, and down the road, maybe tourist kids, whatever kids want to come sit down with Uncle Richie. Under the hood, calling out Vegas. I'm calling out the officials. The instant replay crap. It's got to be a correlation. It can't take 5 minutes under the hood and then change the call when it's supposed to be irrefutable. What? It's supposed to be unrefutable. Irrefutable evidence. Irrefutable evidence to change a call, or you stick with the call. How can you look at it for 3 or 4 minutes and then change the call? When we all know, they think we're fucking idiots. We see the 2 toes in. We see the catch. When they say, upon further review, Vegas says incomplete. And then you look at that game, 80% of the money was on that play, on the team that play helped. It's going to be a big one. That's what he said. I'm taking 4 of the most popular pundits. I'm taking Nick Wright, Chris Broussard, Colin Cowherd, and Cynthia Freeland. I'm putting them on the clock every week. I'm going to take the notes, what they say. You can join me on Tuesdays and see how they did. We're going to go numbers. We're going to go percentages. We're going to see who's good and who's kind of full of shit. And then talk story. Interviews every Wednesday with Uncle Raz. Down the road, Patrick Mahomes on the phone, maybe sitting right on my couch. I am in a very tropical vacation destination. Plenty famous people, so talk story with Uncle Richie, featuring some of the biggest names in sports and Hollywood. Who knows? That's the goal. Then, of course, last but not least, my flagship show, The Spirit of Sports. We're talking sports. We're talking life, which is based upon my 2006 endeavor, thespiritofsports.com, where I was blogging and podcasting. Had a studio, would do my podcast, had to download it onto a DVD, send it to LA, my friend, and she would put it on the website, and it was a pain in the ass, and it's so much easier now. But in deference to 2006 with Earl, that is the name of my flagship show, The Spirit of Sports. That's going to about wrap it up for today, Saturday, August 26th. I love you all. Thanks for listening. As I always do at this time, let's just love yourself, people. Be good to yourself first and foremost, and everything will fall into place. I'm trying to be more forgiving. Times are tough right now with Maui. We're getting some cheapskates, and it's a tragedy what happened in Maui. And a lot of people are flooding over to our island. And it's kind of bargain shoppers, and it's been a couple tough days, but trying not to let it get me down. Trying to be on a higher consciousness. Just trying to love my neighbor. Forgive. Swallow the hate. Give back love. There's more love. So I implore all of you, do the same. Love yourself. Love your neighbor. Don't stress. Stress kills. Stress causes cancer. Your hair will fall out. If there's nothing you can do about it, it's not worth it. And I do it. Lord knows I'm far from perfect. But I do it. I'm working on it. If we all work on it together, the world will be a much better place. With that, I'm going to say aloha, minyaro, adios, and ahuio.